All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful, this absolutely beautiful Friday afternoon. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. I pray everybody is very, very blessed. I hope everyone's having a great Friday, and Bitcoin is getting its pump on again, guys. And I'm very excited. I'm very stoked. I'm ecstatic about what is happening with this Bitcoin price, because we are seeing something right now for Bitcoin that we have never seen before in the history of Bitcoin. We're going to be diving into this TA, guys. It's going to be real juicy. Shout out to Surface9, who says Safe Moon is very safe. Definitely going to the moon and very safe. How could it not be a safe coin to invest in, guys? It's going to the moon and it's very safe. It's right there in the name. Shout out to Surface9. God bless you, bro. Shout out to TJ Johnson. Shout out to Advaika Manta, who says big inverse ass on the 4 hour. Yes, we're going to be talking about that, my good friend. So we'll dive into that. Shout out to Tommy Two Guns. Shout out to ZZZ. The medium time frames look bearish. We're going to be talking about all that, guys. We're going to be getting into everything that's going on this chart. Jacob DeMarco, what is going on? We might be able to take a look at ADA. Shout out to Asan Jamil. God bless you, man. Thank you so much for being in the live stream. Guys, make sure to follow me on Twitter at Jason_Casper. And go ahead and retweet this stream, guys. Let's retweet the stream. Let's make it a party in here. If we can get 1,000 likes in the first 30 minutes, we'll be giving away $250 worth of Bitcoin, which may be worth $300 by the end of the weekend. Who knows? Make sure to heart the tweet, retweet the tweet. Let's see if we can't make it a party in here, guys. Shout out to everybody in here. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. It is a Friday, and it's a great day to be trading the Bitcoin, guys. It is a great day to be trading the Bitcoin. Shout out to Divine Hood. Shout out to Martin Eckstein. Yo, what is going on? Shout out to Julian. What is going on, Julian? Daniel. He says, yo, Jason, what poppin'? Big shout out to the Casper crew. Shout out to everybody in the Casper crew. Shout out to Matt Lane with the face fuchsia tongue out, face fuchsia tongue out, face fuchsia tongue out. Doesn't show up on my streaming software, but that's all good. That's all good. Shout out to Denise P. God bless you, Denise. All right, y'all. If we can get to 1,000 likes in 30 minutes, we will be giving away $250 worth of Bitcoin. So, first of all, guys, let's get into what is happening right now with this Bitcoin price. This is historic in many ways because, as you can see, the Bitcoin price is clearly, this weekly candle is extremely bullish and extremely engulfing, right? It has engulfed the bodies of the past 3 purple weekly candles, and we were a little bit concerned as we were making our way up toward the $25,000 level, because we have the 200-week moving average right here, which is the orange line, and we also have the value area high of this massive range that we have been trading since May 2022. Well, look at this, guys. We do see a lot of strength right now coming in on this weekly candle. I was saying, I want to close this thing above that 200-week moving average. If we close a weekly candle above the 200-week moving average, I will become very, very bullish. And you might say, Jason, you stupid idiot moon boy YouTuber, you're going to get bullish after a massive pump? Well, here's the thing, right? Context is key. Context is key. And yes, we've just had a massive pump. We've just had a massive pump, indeed. But we've been clearing major levels of resistances, flipping them as supports, and we are still now very much so in bullish market structure, officially now, especially if we close this weekly candle, guys, above the 200-week. I mean, this is a clear breakout of a massive range that we've been trading for a very long time. And if we zoom out here, right, we could look at this entire move to the downside as just a deviation below this old range, right? So once we start coming back into this range, then the sky is the limit. The sky really is the limit. We could come all the way up to $46,000, $47,000 would be our next area of resistance once we come above that $30,000 level. So this is a strong looking chart right now. This is not a weak looking chart. We're going to get into, the oscillators and are things looking bullish or bearish. And we're going to be talking about the news that's coming out next week. But right now, it's very interesting to kind of watch this price action play out. What has happened is that we've come up to the 200-week moving average. We got a pretty harsh rejection from here, but we came down and we found support very, very nicely at a zone of support where we have a very juicy confluence. We have the high volume node of the entire range. We have the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement, and we also have the Casper crew level, right? This is the level that we were looking at as support on the way down in the Casper crew, 19552. It was a CME gap confluence with the Fibonacci golden pocket right here around 19462 to 19752. We find support right there, which is how I was able to get into this long. Of course, I've added to the position since then. and I am looking now to take profits up at $30,000, okay? I've got a TP set at 29,000, a TP set at 30,000, and I'm going to see if I can hold this thing even longer, guys. Now, here's something else that we really do need to be aware of as well. After getting this bounce, right, look at the weekly candle. It's a very bullish looking weekly candle, and we've officially now, not only have we bounced from the golden pocket, but we've put in a higher high locally, right, on the weekly time frame. Just objectively speaking, this is bullish, right? Objectively speaking, this is bullish. From the low to the high, bounce from the Fibonacci golden pocket, very bullish weekly close with a nice hammer kind of candle, and now potentially in 2 days closing this candle above the 200-week moving average. That is bullish. When we look at market Cipher B on the weekly, we've got the green dot. If this momentum wave can come up above the other momentum wave here, which may happen when we close a new week in 2 days, then the bearish divergence will be invalidated. So these are very, very, very interesting times right here, guys. Now, something else about the price action that we've been trading for the past few days is that the price action has not been very bearish, right? It has not been very bearish at all. Right, look at this. After we get a big move to the upside and we get that first rejection, we get just a CDW of that first low, giving us a very nice bullish move to the upside. One of the long setups that we gave in the Casper crew VIP Discord as well, to long from that area, 24031. And then we also come back to get another bounce from this zone right here yesterday, which was basically just the VWAP and the local golden pocket. So every single time we come down for a little retracement, we are getting a very, very bullish bounce from support. And that's actually the scalp trade that we were talking about yesterday. That's the scalp trade I'm still currently in right now. Thought it was going to be a scalp, almost got stopped out yesterday, guys, but I'm still in the trade. And let's see what we can't do with this thing, right? Let's see what we cannot do with this right here. And by the way, if anyone wants to join the Casper crew, it's not a signals group, but it is an educational technical analysis group. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. And also, if you want to take advantage of 0% limit fees on ByBit, click the link in the description. Of course, only if you know what you're doing should you be trading on ByBit. If you don't know what you're doing and you try to trade on ByBit, well, your whole entire life is going to get destroyed, and you're going to lose everything that you own. Not just your crypto, guys, literally everything. But if you want to learn how to trade and you don't know how, there is a 20% discount on the course, jasoncaspertrading.com. All right, guys. So what is happening right now locally with Bitcoin? Here is what has happened. This morning, when we came up, we put in a higher high. And when New York has opened, what has happened is we basically got somewhat of a swing failure type. It's not a chicken's drinking water. It's definitely not chicken's drinking water. Maybe more of somewhat of a failed auction thing, right? What happened is we came above the level and then we slowly came back down below the level. And if we take a look at what actually was happening here, it's actually a very nice move. It was a very technical move. We come up, right? And after we get our first move to the downside, we come back up and retest perfectly the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement right here, which makes for a potential short setup, right? And then what also is very important is the fact that this white line right here, which was our previous high, right, from a few days ago, we can go all the way back to over here. This was now acting as a support resistance flip, actually still kind of is. And you can basically see that after we rejected from the Fibonacci golden pocket, we came down, lost the level, came to retest it, and then got another move to the downside, where we have currently bounced from VWAP, right? We have currently bounced from the VWAP, which I actually don't have on my chart right now. Let me put it on. And so now we're bouncing from VWAP and we're trying to retest this very important level of 26,636. So let's get our VWAP on the chart. Good old VWAP, the old WAPinator. Boom. Okay, so we've bounced perfectly from the VWAP, and now we are backtesting this very important zone of support and resistance. And the question is, are we going to be able to reclaim this level? All right, now if we do, let's take a look at this, right? Check this out, guys. Right now, not only is this support resistance level, support and resistance line, but it's also the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement, right? This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So this is a very key level. If we can reclaim this zone, I do believe that we will see much higher Bitcoin prices. I think we're going to put in another higher high. However, it is important to note, guys, that this really is, this really is a very, very key level of what happens right here, right? What happens here is a very key level. If we're not going to make a higher high this weekend, I would assume that we will reject from here, right? Because we got two rejections, one from this golden pocket, now one from this golden pocket, confluence with the support resistance flip. Let's take a look at the order flow chart and see what is happening in real time with this price action, because it's very important. If this will not load, man, guys, did you see that weekly candle? And it lasted more than 4 hours, let me tell you. Somebody better call a doctor for Bitcoin. Somebody better call a doctor for Bitcoin. Man, we need this to load ASAP. We need this to load ASAP. Let's check out Coinalyze.net. Maybe Coinalyze can help us here. All right, let's see what's happening right now. So, this is not looking very bearish, to be honest with you, right? We don't see any bearish CVD divergences, and we are coming up to the local Fibonacci golden pocket retracement. So if we were going to get a rejection, it would be much more likely that we would see somewhat of a bearish divergence here, where we would see the CVD getting higher as the open interest is getting higher as well, as we come up into this specific zone right here. So this zone right here, guys, this is the area which, if we're going to reject, it's going to be from this area. And if we don't reject and we come through this area, we are going to put in another higher high. So what we want to look for to see, are we going to get a rejection, are the following. We want to see, first of all, are new traders opening up positions. This right here is the open interest, and it's showing us are traders opening or closing positions. If open interest is getting higher, as it is right here, and the price is getting higher, this means the move to the upside is being fueled by actual new positions opening up, right? It's not a short squeeze. A short squeeze is when price is going up and we see traders closing their positions. But if traders are opening positions and price is going up, that means new money is coming into the market, pushing the price to the upside. So this is a healthy move to the upside. It's very, very healthy. Shout out to Dolores, by the way. It's a healthy move to the upside. And as also the CVD, this green line, this is telling us, are more traders longing or are more traders shorting, right? So if we see, for example, that open interest is increasing and the green line is getting higher, that means new traders are opening up positions and they're opening up long positions. So what we would want to see is, if we see a lot of traders opening up long positions, for example, and we see this green line getting higher and we see open interest getting higher, but we see price making a lower high, that's actually telling us there's something bearish happening, right? There's some whales out there, whales just trying to manipulate the market, right? The market is against you because we have whales. This is a picture of a whale, and what they would be doing is they would be absorbing the retail traders' FOMO longs up here to push the price down lower. But we're not seeing any signs of that right now. So this to me looks like a healthy move. Looks to me right now like we're probably going to potentially put in another high, right? So let's see what's going to happen here. I'm hoping that we can hit another high. Let's see. I've got a TP at 29,000. I've got a TP here at $30,000. We are trying, our goal is to hit this on stream. We're going to hit a $30,000 Bitcoin on stream right now. Make sure to like the stream. Like the stream, guys, for a $30,000 Bitcoin on stream. If we can get 1,000 likes in the next 15 minutes, if everybody likes the stream right now, we will be giving away $250 of Bitcoin. Shout out to Pep. Pep says the TR has bearish CVD. Should we check it out? Let's check it out. Does the TR chart have bearish CVD? I don't know, because for some reason ExoCharts is not loading for me. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to turn on the iPad. All right? And you guys are going to have to trust me on this one. We're going to go to the iPad. All right? And we're going to load up the TR chart. And let's take a look at what we see here. TR chart has very, very slightly bearish. Oh, what do you know? It's on my screen. Okay, cool. All right, this is legit. So yes, we can see here that, man, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, no, it's invalidated now, guys. It's invalidated now. That's invalidated bearish CVD on the TR chart right here. As Bitcoin is pumping up right now, testing this very important support resistance flip, the Fibonacci golden pocket, and this massive zone of resistance that we have had for a few days right now. If we go to the 4-hour, we can really see how crucial this level is, right? This white line is the last high that we made before the rejection. So if we close the daily candle above 26,636, then man, I do believe we are going to see some powerful pumpage coming on, guys. And it's very interesting because next week, as Bitcoin is right now getting this very bullish move to the upside, right? Next week, the Fed is going to be announcing the rate hike, and it's very interesting to watch what the market is pricing in, because over 25% of people right now are thinking the Fed is not going to raise interest rates at all. And we're seeing banks fail. We just saw another bank fail the other night. What bank was that? What bank failed? It was First Republic Bank now is needing to be bailed out by other banks. So there are so many cracks in the financial system. People are FOMOing into Bitcoin right now, and the Fed is in between a rock and a hard place, because if the Fed hikes rates again, it's going to cause the banks to get wrecked even more. It's going to perpetuate this problem of banks getting absolutely wrecked. And the only way to remedy the situation is by printing money, right? Now the Fed is saying, oh, we're not doing quantitative easing, which they're not, right? But it's basically, the effect is the same. They're giving money to these banks, right? The Fed's balance sheet has gone up like crazy. There's more money now, more money in supply. And this money is going into the banks to prop up these banks. What is the Fed going to do? If they hike rates again, it's going to make more banks collapse. What is going to be happening now? As we are also seeing macro bottom signals printing for Bitcoin. Macro bottom signals. Market Cipher B on the monthly is printing the green dot. The weekly has that bullish div. Now, I understand we are getting bearish divergence on the 4-hour here. Okay? We are absolutely getting bearish div on the 4-hour as we come up to this high. Okay, this is very true. We have bearish divergence on the 8-hour time frame as well. Okay? As we can see. And the bearish div on the 8-hour comes all the way back from here. But here's why I think we could make a bullish case, right? Check this out, guys. Especially on the 8-hour, right? Let's check this out in the 8-hour. We could draw a trend line on these momentum waves here and see that we are breaking out of the trend line with a money flow cross on the 8-hour, okay? Breaking out of the trend line with a money flow cross on the 8-hour. That, to me, is kind of bullish. Money flow trumps momentum waves. And a lot of times when we're in very bullish environments, we see the purple money flow act as support, right? We see that many times. We saw this along the way up on the 4-hour time frame. I don't know if anybody's been around in the past bull market using Market Cipher. Whenever the 4-hour time frame comes down to the purple money flow in a very bullish environment, when things look very bearish, look at this, right? Myself included, we were all looking at this saying this was the Sam Bankman-Fried upside down bearish man boot pattern, which it absolutely was, right? Market Cipher B had the momentum waves getting lower, the money flow getting lower, just like Sam Bankman-Fried's nips. We got the red pepperoni tattoos driving Caroline crazy. He would lure her over, flop around the left boob. She'd come running over. He's like, hey, babe, we're not going to use a stop loss. She would get so excited. We saw that over here, right? Not over here, over here. And look at what happened. We did get a little correction, but it just led to a higher low, right? It led to a higher low. And then the same exact thing happened over here, right? We did get a correction, but it also led to a bottom that resulted in a higher high. So we might be seeing the same thing play out now in higher time frames. Now, we can't know this for certain, and I would never recommend anybody hop into a long trade right here, right? I would never recommend taking a long trade right here. You have to be a fool to do such a thing, right? Because we are high, right? I mean, you don't want to buy high. You have to wait for some kind of a pullback. All I'm saying is, I'm looking at this saying, look, for those of us who are prepared for the juicy trade setups that we took in the Casper Crew VIP Discord who are in longs already, potentially we can now be holding these to some higher targets, right? We could potentially be holding these to some higher targets. Also, guys, let's take a look right now at the dollar, because the dollar is doing something absolutely insane right now. All right, the dollar is doing something absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Let's take a look at the dollar. All right, I'm going to go to the weekly right now. The dollar is at such a key level. Such a key level. I'm going to turn off everything right now except for a few lines. All right, except for a few lines. This is the weekly time frame. We have, for the dollar, a multi-year range, right, with a pretty clearly defined low right about here and a pretty clearly defined high right about here. All right, right about here. Look at this, right? The dollar right now, as we can see, is attempting to fall back into this multi-year range, right? And if we do, it's very possible that this was simply a back test, right? A deviation from the range, come back inside, back test what used to be resistance as support, eventually make our way down. This is not just any old range here, guys. This is a multi-year range going all the way back to 2014, right? 2014, 2 years before the orange man became the president, right? 2014, that is 6 years before the guy with dementia became president, right? We got orange and dementia up in the White House. During all that time, we're trading in this range here, right? And now look at this. We're potentially coming back. Why is this so key? It's so key because throughout the past year, right, since January 2022, pretty much, we have seen the Federal Reserve raise interest rates. What has this done? This has made the dollar pump like a wild woman in distress with a jug of water on her head, running away from predators in the wilderness. And it's made Bitcoin dump, right? What was the all-time high of Bitcoin? The all-time high of Bitcoin was November 2021, which happened right around here, right when the dollar was around the low of the range. I mean, you could make the case that April was the top of the bull cycle, right? April was definitely the top of the bull cycle when we're looking at the halving, right? When we're looking at the Bitcoin halving, the circle right here where the dollar was at the low of this range was when we saw Bitcoin at the top of the bull cycle. Well, now when we take a look at Bitcoin, we're seeing Bitcoin at the bottom of the bear cycle, right? And this is not just, I'm not just saying this, right? We can look at the chart and see very clearly that we are at a place historically that has been the bottom of the bear market cycle when we're looking at the 4-year halving, okay? We are 365 days away from the halving. We are coming down to the Fibonacci 786, 886 fib level, right? We are printing a green dot on market Cipher B below the 0 line. This is historically when we bottom out in the bear cycle. And so when we're seeing the dollar now potentially losing key support, this could mean we could really see a big push up for crypto in the coming months. And a lot of this has to do with what the Fed decides to do with the interest rates on Wednesday, guys. On Wednesday, I will be live streaming during this decision. It is going to be extremely volatile, but at 2 o'clock New York time on Wednesday, the Federal Reserve is going to come out and make the earth-shattering decision as to whether or not we're going to see regular butt cheeks on market Cipher B or upside down. Either regular, or upside down. Now, I just spilled water all over my iPad, guys. So we got to shake this thing off a little bit. We got to shake it off a little bit, you know? Man, this is getting a little crazy up in here. A little crazy up in here, guys. Okay. Man, look at that pump, guys. Look at that pump. So very interesting things. We got the dollar coming down to key support. Potentially losing that support would be very, very bullish for Bitcoin. I've got 1 million Discord messages going off right now. On the 4-hour, Bitcoin looking a little bit bearish, but we have to understand the context is, look at the money flow on the 4-hour, getting a little bit bullish here. Levels to the upside, guys. Let's talk about very locally, right? Very, very locally. There are 2 main levels that I am concerned with right now, okay? There are 2 main levels that I am concerned with right now. Level number 1 for Bitcoin that is going to be very, very important to hold as support, where I'm actually looking to long. I'm literally going to add to my scalp long at this level. I'm going to blindly long the level, right? I've already decided I'm going to blindly add to a long at the level, and if it doesn't pump, then I'll say, you know what, forget it, I'm out of the trade. But look at this. right now we have a very key zone of support, which is going to be the retest of this high at around 25,320, right? Right here, this is clearly a support resistance flip, right? The last high that we put in before the breakout, this is now going to be a major zone of support. In addition to that, if we take a Fibonacci golden pocket from the last major low that we put in, where I'm currently long from, to the high, we can see that we have our Fibonacci golden pocket also coming in right around there locally, right? So this is going to be a very, very key zone of support right around this support resistance flip, right? And obviously we could pull the fib from a few different places. We could force the fib to fit here if we pull it from this low. And not only is this the support resistance flip and a golden pocket, but if we take a look at all the volume that's traded in this range right here, we can also see that it would be the retest of the value area high. In fact, if we pull it to before the breakout, we can see that it pretty much is exactly the value area high right around this zone. So I've got a limit order here to basically long this zone right here around 25.3, right? This is key support right now. If we lose this, then more downside is very much so possible. And the reason is because we'll be back inside the old range. And then we could just be looking at this whole entire thing as one giant range here that we're just trading sideways in, right? But if we hold that support resistance flip, it could be very, very bullish. Now, to the upside, what am I looking at for potential resistance here locally? Let's say that we do take out this high and we continue to print bearish divergences. Well, for that, we're going to need to go to a volume profile chart. Actually, we don't even need to go to a volume profile chart. You know, forget those volume profile charts, guys. Let's take a look right now at an indicator called the visible range session volume profile. Session volume profile. Okay? Session volume profile. This is going to show us where are all the naked daily points of control that we have on this chart. And if we go back in time, way back in time. Let's go way back. All right? We got to go pretty far back actually for this one. We'll go to our daily time frame. Oh, it doesn't go back that far, guys. It doesn't go. Dang it, man. I hate when EXO doesn't load for me. Okay, well, here's what we need to know. There is a naked point of control that we have right around 27,350. Right around 27,350, right? So let's put a line on our chart around 27,350. All right, so these are going to be the two major lines, the two major support and resistances that I am currently being aware of right now and concerned with potentially the price finding support or resistance. Right now, these are the only two levels that I care about, right? Yes, we're finding a little bit of local resistance right here, but these are going to be our major zones where we are going to be looking for price to either react bullishly or bearishly, right? If we come down to this zone, I will absolutely be looking for a bounce from here. And here's the thing, resistances to the upside, besides this little green box at 27,350, there's really not much. There's really not much, guys. When we look at all the volume that has traded here, right? When we look at all the volume that has traded, we can see that we are in the middle of a very low volume zone, right? Very low volume zone, which is why we're having such a smooth move up right now. Smooth move down equals a smooth move up. And the next zone of resistance that we have is not going to be coming in until around the $30,000 level, where we have this high volume node up here and some other confluences, right? High volume node and some other confluences. Let's pop into the chat and see if we got our 250 Bitcoin giveaway, $250 Bitcoin giveaway, I should say. No, we did not, unfortunately, guys. But wait, we still have 1 minute. If everybody likes the stream right now, we will give away $250. Just like the dang stream. That way we can give away $250. We have 1 minute to do so. It's going to be absolutely nuts. It's going to be absolutely crazy. As Bitcoin is approaching our very juicy $30,000 take profit, which is absolutely, definitely going to get hit during the stream. And of course, we can't know that for certain, guys. We cannot know that for certain. As we are rejecting from the local Fibonacci golden pocket right now, the dollar potentially coming back down, losing this very key support. Look, I do just want to say this. Look at the dollar on the weekly, right? Does this not look like we are about to print another trigger wave and start to come lower here? Does it not look like the dollar is about to become very weak? I always say the technicals come before the fundamentals, and right now the technicals are saying Bitcoin's going to pump, the dollar's going to dump. On Wednesday, if the Fed decides not to raise interest rates at all, 30% of people are thinking the Fed is not going to raise interest rates this time. Could be very, very, very bullish for Bitcoin, very, very, very bearish for the dollar. And let's see what's happening right here. We are seeing some longs coming in. We are seeing some longs coming in, some slight absorption of longs happening around this Fibonacci golden pocket. We do see some longs being absorbed at the golden pocket, right? So we have, what is happening right now is we're getting a rejection from a local golden pocket after getting a rejection from a macro golden pocket, right? That is what has happened today. When I gave the update this morning in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, I was saying we got to be aware of golden pockets for potential scalp trades and stuff like that. That's exactly what's been happening all day, right? We've gotten two beautiful golden pocket rejections here that could have made for some juicy scalp trades. The first one being the golden pocket right here, right? Which made for a beautiful scalp. And the second one from our current golden pocket right here, which also could have made for a beautiful scalp. And I know people don't understand that you could actually even be profitable trading literally a 0.5% move. But yeah, most scalps, guys, that I take are only 0.5% moves, and they're actually can be very, very profitable because you can put a lot on a trade if you have a very, very clear invalidation, right? Very, very clear invalidation. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's see if we can't take a look at some other assets in here. Shout out to Greg. He says there's literally nothing bullish for Bitcoin right now. Not sure why he's in the euphoria. Well, maybe it's because I'm long, Greg, and maybe it's because I'm looking at the high-term timeframes, man. I mean, would you not say that the higher-term timeframes look pretty dang bullish on the weekly? Would you not say that the weekly is looking very strong right now? I think it looks pretty strong. I think we are above very important zones of resistance, Greg. So, you know, but everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has to have their own conviction as well, right? Now, I would never enter a long here. I would never long here. I would only short here. I am in a short here from earlier this morning, but I'm primarily in long trades, and I'm looking to hold them up to 30K. So let's see what happens. Shout out to Sam J. Kalaf, who says, look at gold. Gold is absolutely pumping. Shout out to Mike Z. We also do have the giant head and shoulder pattern. Look, there's not a troll. There's not a troll. Look, Greg's bearish. There's no trolls here, right? We're here to discuss the price action, right? If Greg is bearish and he doesn't know why I'm in the euphoria, maybe I need to check myself before I wreck myself. You know, I don't know, right? I'm not always right. In fact, a lot of times when I commit to a position, I'm probably a 50-50 shot, right? But I've been bullish. So I'm bullish technically, fundamentally, and I will say this for Greg, on the higher term time frames, I'm very bullish. On the high term time frames, I am extremely bullish. In the medium term time frames, I could definitely see that we could get a pullback here, but especially if we close this weekly above the 200 moving average, man, I am going to be bullish. Bullish. Exactly. DOB says something very important. People mix fundamentals with narratives. Bitcoin exists for exactly what's happening with the bank sector right now. That is 100% true. These are the times, in my opinion, to really Bitcoin can show what it was created to do, right? It was created as an alternative to the fractional reserve banking system, right? And we are seeing right now, in plain sight, the fact that the Federal Reserve, which isn't federal and it's not even a reserve, right? It is a giant Ponzi scheme. It's a Ponzi because people are putting their money into the Ponzi. The Ponzi is taking the money and doing who knows what with it. And then when people go to take out their money, guess what? It's not there. Wow. Sounds like a Ponzi, man. Do I think the Fed will not raise interest rates next week? I am leaning on the fact that the Fed will not raise interest rates, right? I am leaning on the fact that the Fed will not raise interest rates. That's my hypothesis. I've been saying that the Fed is going to have to start pivoting soon. I've been saying this for a long time. People have been calling me nuts, and I am nuts. You know, I don't know anything, guys. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy here on the internet showing pictures of Viagra and uneven butt cheeks and upside down uneven butt cheeks and a picture of Da Vinci and Depends and talking about my high school girlfriend that was never my girlfriend because she never said yes when I asked her out, right? Showing you pictures of this kind of stuff as well, upside down Sam Bankman. This is not financial advice, guys. Right? This is not financial advice. But I'm kind of banking on the Fed not raising interest rates next week. Yeah. Yeah, respect to Greg and his ideologies. I mean, seriously, man. Look, when it comes to trading, we have to have a bias. We have to. And we're not all going to have the same bias. And you know what? You could have two different people with two different biases that are both profitable in opposite trades. For example, you could be long right now and bullish, right? You could be long and bullish, right? And be in a profitable trade. Or you could be bearish and short and also in a profitable trade, like I myself am from the Fibonacci Golden Pocket this morning, right? When we came up to this Golden Pocket, I took a scalp short, expecting it to be a scalp short, still holding a portion of it, right? Still holding a portion, a pretty big portion in case we come down much lower, right? So you could be, it's like, it's an art, guys. It's an art. It's an art. Do you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brock Landers. He says, yo, Jay, the rising channel from 19K from October 19th, 2022, all the way to the recent top, kind of playing out. Interesting, Brock Landers. Interesting, my friend. Interesting. So, Soulful Ginger says, in my opinion, the reason they bailed out the banks is because they will continue raising rates. Man, if they keep raising rates, I am telling you, things are going to get bad. Really bad. I mean, the entire system will collapse. The entire system will collapse if they keep raising rates. We just saw another bank go down today. What is it? One Republic or something? First Republic? What's One Republic? Is that like a boy band? I don't know. I'm not, I don't follow popular culture at all, guys. I'm super lame. I don't watch movies. I don't watch TV. Yeah, look at this. First Republic shares fall more than 20%. Yeah, so they also had to be rescued by other banks, right? Here we are in the Wall Street Journal. First Republic stock plunges after bank rescue plan dividend suspension. Let's see if we can find out. All right, there's a paywall, right? There's a paywall. Ugh. Basically, First Republic had to be bailed out by a whole bunch of other banks. We're just seeing these fall like dominoes. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. This is Bitcoin's time to shine. This is Bitcoin's time to shine right now, y'all. All right, did we get 1,000 likes? Let's see. No, dang. Okay, well, here's the thing. If we can get 1,000 likes by 2 p.m., this is in 22 minutes, instead of giving away $250 of Bitcoin, we'll be giving away $100 of Bitcoin. So let's see if we can't get those likes. World Bet says nothing is collapsing, it's all a show. That could very well be. Am I bullish if we have a daily close above 25.4 or only a weekly close? Both, Naruto. Yeah, both. I would prefer to see that weekly close, to be honest with you. I would prefer to see that weekly close, but a daily close would be good for me, right? A daily close would be good for me. I mean, we're literally in that low volume zone right here. And even on the 1 hour, even on the 24-minute, even though we are finding some local resistance, money flow still is looking pretty thick here. It's looking pretty thick here. Let's see what can happen. Let's see what can happen. We have a paywall. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Oh, I have a paywall. Yeah, I have a paywall. That's right, yeah. If you want to join the Casper Crew VIP Discord, it does cost a monthly fee. That is true. But I'm not going to pay for the Wall Street Journal because I'm not paying for propaganda, you know? 100K is coming. Very, very, very much so. Looks like we're listening to the Pump song right now. Very interesting. The Pump song does pump the price of Bitcoin. It looks like we're getting a pump as the pump song is playing. Let's see what's going to happen here. Shout out to Divine Hood. Appreciate you, man. He says that the Casper crew is worth it. I mean, I personally do think, I'm not saying this because it's my own thing, but I really do think that the group we have in the Casper crew is something very special. Probably, for the price, the most valuable Discord out there. I wish we could sing the pump song right now, guys, but the problem is I don't know if we're actually going to pump. We need to wait for a bullish divergence on the 1 minute time frame. Let's wait until we come down to the golden pocket here. Right, we came down to VWAP. We've been pumping slowly since then. Let's come down to the golden pocket and let's wait until we bounce from here, and then we will pump the Bitcoin straight to 100K. We will pump the Bitcoin straight to 100K. Let me see a blue candle, right? This right now is the local bounce zone. This is the local bounce zone right here. This is where we want to see a bounce right now. We can even look at this in and of itself as a local range, right? We can look at this as a local range right here. Yeah, we could look at this as a local range coming down to that zone value area low golden pocket for a bounce. Let's see if we can't get that bounce. We do need a dump zone. Alright, so we've got shorts opening up here, guys. We've got some shorts opening up right now, which is giving us a bit of a move to the downside. We can see open interest is increasing here, and we can see net shorts are opening up right here. So let's see what happens. We know that we did bounce from VWAP, and so now I would be looking for a retest at that Fibonacci golden pocket zone right around this area. Let's see what happens if we make our way down to here. Let's check out the 6 minute market cipher and see what is actually going to be happening here as we come down. So in a bullish scenario, we would want to see this purple money flow acting as support, which we have seen in the past, right? In fact, we've seen that in the recent past, the purple money flow acting as support on the 6 minute time frame. Shout out to Sam Nash. Man, Sam Nash shilling the VIP Casper crew. He says, I paid for other trading groups. The Casper crew is by far the best community. It helped me massively increase my trading skills and profit. Man, well, thank you so much. And, you know, we do have some amazing traders in the group. All right, here we go. We are waiting to see if we come down to test this key box of support, and if we do, I think it could give us our bounce. I think it could give us our bounce. If the low for the day is already in, right at the VWAP, this is going to give us our bounce here. And then we're going to hit our target of $30,000. We are going to hit our take profit, guys, and I will be very, very happy when we hit that target, when we hit that take profit. I am going to be very happy. Shout out to Tropaholic, who says, pump it to 0. Pool of blood for the whole weekend. Higher time frames are bullish, but what I see on the STF is like scalp short, which later becomes swing. Oh man, I hope not, man. I hope not. I hope not. Shout out to Timmy_313. God bless you, man. Shout out to Splashfire Films. All right, did we get... Yes, no, we didn't get 1,000 likes. We didn't get 1,000 likes. It's a bummer. I'm just trying to give away money. But, you know, it happens, guys. It happens. All right, what other assets should we take a look at? Let's take a look at some other assets. Here we go, though. I mean, Bitcoin is getting a little bit of a pump here. A little bit of a pump. Yeah, KPAX, man, that dude is insane. He's such a crazy scalper and an amazing trader. KPAX is the man. So limitless target is 48,000. That is pretty insane. A 48,000 Bitcoin target. All right, let's take a look at some alts. Let's take a look at GRT. Man, guys, I'm telling you, if the dollar does lose this white line, 103.509, I think Bitcoin's really going to pump. I think Bitcoin's really going to pump. We need to set some alerts on Bitcoin. Let's set an alert as we come down to value area low because we're going to be looking for our bounce to 30K from here. We're going to be looking for our 30K bounce, and we also want to set an alert if we come back up to the golden pocket in case we are going straight to 100K. Let me see a blue candle, baby. Let me see a blue candle. All right. Yeah, let's take a look at some GRT. Man, I don't like the look of that 1 hour candle though from the golden pocket, but you know what? I'm remaining optimistic here, guys. I don't trade based on TA. I trade based on feelings, optimism, and hope. All right? Okay, let's take a look at GRT. GERT. We're going to take a look at GERT. All right, let's take a look at GERT up in here, man. I got some GERT. Isn't GERT that thing that you get when you're eating a bad diet and you get constant acid reflux? I don't know. I'm not a doctor, guys. Okay, so GERT, man. GERT is looking kind of bullish. Breaking out of the range. Breaking out of the range. Let's just check locally what's happening on GERT here. Yeah, so GERT is breaking out of the range, and I would say this, guys, for GERT, right? Let's go to the daily time frame on GERT. See what we got rolling over here. Very, very interesting. This would be a key resistance at 24.58 cents right now. And if we're going to make a lower high and come back down into the range, we have to be aware of the golden pocket 786 zone, right? This is going to be also a local resistance right now. A local area of resistance. Having putting in a local, this is the daily time frame, right? So we put in this lower low here. High, low, lower high, lower low. We could look for a rejection around this area. In fact, let's even take a look at the volume that traded in this little zone here. See if there's any other kind of confluences. Yep, beautiful. Yeah, so I would say for a short trade, I would be looking here. And I would be looking to potentially take it down. Right? Objectively speaking, right? We got to stay objective here. I'm just looking at the price action. I'm not thinking about anything else fundamentally. I'm not thinking about Bitcoin pumping. I'm just thinking if things just continue on as they have been, this would be a zone to be looking for a short trade. Why? Because it's the value area high of this local range right here. It's the Fibonacci golden pocket retest, and we've officially now changed market structure on the daily time frame, which means it's technically more probable than not, just based on price action alone, that we put in even another lower low. And so where would the target be? The target would be pull the fib from the low to the high. And what do you know? We've already hit our target. So maybe this is actually not the best. Maybe this is not actually the best idea in the world here, because we did get a bounce from the golden pocket. So here's what I would really look at. This could still be a good trade, because if you bounce from the golden pocket and you put in a lower high, there's a good chance that we're going to continue in the downtrend. So if that is going to happen, then my trade idea would be as follows. We'll take a look at the volume that traded in this lower range. And yeah, I would look to come down to this low volume node right about here, around 76 cents would be an area I would be interested in. I would look to TP1 at the 786 and then potentially TP2 at this high volume node down here. This is how I would set this up if this was a swing trading idea, right? I mean, if this was a true swing trade idea and I wasn't looking for a ninja entry, I would set it up like this, but this is not a good risk to reward, because technically we would put the stop loss above the high. But what I would do is I would put the stop loss above where we reject. So we'd look to put it somewhere above that 786, and then this is still a pretty decent 4-to-1 risk reward. The problem is, where would I look to long this, right? That would actually be an issue for me, of where would I look to long this right now. The truth is, if I was looking for a long, I would be looking for a long from this area, this exact area that we've already come down to. So what that means is, if we do put in another lower low, but we're doing it with bullish divergences, that's where I would look for my long, right? I would have to, because what is the hypothesis? What is the foundation of why I would even be looking for a long right here? The foundation is the fact that we have put in a low, and we put in high, and now a higher low, and now we put in a higher high that's coming above this previous high on a very high term time frame, right? Potentially switching into bullish market structure, which means in the short term, right, during the retrace, we can look to short a lower high, right? We always have to be thinking in multiple time frames at the same time. On the bigger term time frame, we're flipping into bullish market structure. On the lower term time frame, we're getting a retracement, and a retracement is just a lower time frame downtrend, right? So yeah, I would look to short this, but then I would have to be looking for my long somewhere in this same zone, right? So what would I want to see to take a long? It's a little bit difficult because I don't really have a good level of support to be looking for a long right now. Like, I don't have a good level. Let's see if we have anything on the weekly time frame. I mean, potentially something like down here, but it wouldn't be too bullish if we came all the way down here. Maybe just taking out the liquidity. Right, maybe just taking out the liquidity with bullish divergence. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see what's going on. So money flow definitely looks bullish here. I mean, the only major long trade that I could see taking right now, there's a few, guys. It would be difficult, right? Basically, I would be looking here at the local golden pocket around 12 cents would be the first area I would look. But then the second area I would look would be taking out this low at 10 cents with a bullish divergence on the 4-hour. So if we do something like this, let's say, and we just come down for a liquidity grab or a stop hunt, and we're doing so with this bullish divergence on the 4-hour and money flow still getting thicker, that could also make for a potential long setup. But first, I would be very much so interested in the local retest right here at around 12 cents. So I know this might be a little bit confusing, guys, but you know, we have to be looking at, when we're looking for trades, we have to be doing it with if-then scenarios in our mind. We can't be going based on how we feel or what we think price is going to do, because that's only going to wreck us. We get tunnel vision. We're like, price has to do this, so therefore I'm only going to be looking for this. No, we have to be neutral, and we have to say, look, if price does X, Y, and Z, then there's a potential setup for me here. Right? It depends. We can't know what price is going to do. It depends, but we have to have a plan. Like this guy, he had a plan for if Bitcoin was going to pump. He had a plan if Bitcoin was going to dump. If Bitcoin was going to pump, his goal was to become a crypto billionaire living in Dubai. If price was going to dump, his plan was to be a depends model. Okay? He had a plan for both situations. That's what we have to do as traders. We have to be looking objectively at the chart and say, look, these are the areas where price is likely to have a reaction. And if price gets to these areas, what do I want to see on my indicator in order to get me into a position? If we don't approach the charts like this, we're going to be flopping and groping, right? We're going to be flopping and groping because we're going to get, like, our emotions going to get the best of us. Emotions will get the best of us, guys. Bitcoin, is the 4-hour officially now printing a red dot? It's not yet, not on regular candles. Here's the thing, I don't like the look. This 4-hour momentum wave does not look very bearish to me. I'll be honest with you. I'm not just saying that because I'm long. I look at how the momentum wave is here. It's not looking very bearish. We would want to see a deep cut into the momentum wave here. It's looking like a soft landing, Now, I know the word soft landing has some bad implications and some baggage these days, okay? But yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, I really am feeling like this does not look very bearish. When you see this, people get wrecked all the time trying to short 12-minute divergences that look like this, right? Bitcoin's coming up to around resistance, and people see a divergence. But look, it's a very soft, I don't know how else to explain it, like soft, like when you shave your face with a Bic, not a Bic, Gillette Fusion razor with the 5 blades, and after you feel it, right, and it feels so soft, and even your wife, she feels it. Ugh, I hate when you shave, she says. You know, I like little facial hair. You look like a little boy. And you're like, I'm sorry. I was trying to, like, shape up my beard, and I accidentally shaved one whole section off, so I had to shave the whole thing off. Even though we're printing this red dot, it looks soft to me. It looks like the facial hair is gonna grow back. And I mean, the main reason is because of this money flow, right? This money flow is making me think the facial hair will grow back. Now, we are heading into a weekend, guys, man. But here's the thing. If we do start to close this daily above that 25 moving average, that is bullish. That is dang bullish to me. That is dang bullish. Are we going to hit our target, guys, of $30,000 Bitcoin, or are we going to dump? I hope we don't dump, guys, but we might. But I hope we don't, you know? I hope we don't. $26,300, then pump. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. $26,300, then pump. It's not soft like depends. Hypothetically, if it were to go bearish, what price would I be looking to enter a short at? Says ZZ. Well, ZZ, I'll be honest with you, man. There were 2 potential places to enter a short, and I think we might have missed it. I mean, if we were going to be looking for a short at this area, we would have wanted to get in at the golden pocket retracement. There were 2 golden pockets that we could have rejected from. Right? 2 golden pockets to reject from. So this is just the way I trade, right? So, I mean, literally, we got 2 golden pockets that we could reject from. The first one we rejected from this morning, I took a scalp from there. And the second one we just rejected from on stream, which if we're going to reject, I mean, it's gonna be from this zone here, right? If we're going to reject, it's going to be from that zone. But let's, if we're gonna come down more, if we want to take a short, what we need to do is we need to be looking for some kind of entry or some kind of idea, right? Some kind of entry or some kind of idea. So let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about that. Let's remove all drawing tools, and let's kind of zoom in here and say, where would we look for a short, right? Where would we look for a short? I think the next place to be looking for a short, in my opinion, if things get bearish, is going to be around the $25,300 level, right? Around $25,300 is going to be the next place to look for a short trade. And here's why. This is a key area of support and resistance, as we've already talked about. It is also a Fibonacci golden pocket if we take from the low to the high, right? We've got the fib around there. We could kind of pull the fib from around here and see that this is a very key zone, support resistance flip. It's also the value area high of this old range, right? So if we're going to get very bearish and we're going to lose this level, The best possible short setup that I could imagine, my friend, would be to take out this low, take out all of these lows, and then get a retest of this key support resistance flip, and then short something like this, right? Confirmation of now a trend reversal, and something like that, right? That's what I would be kind of looking at. That's what I'd be kind of looking at. But golden pockets always work, right? Golden pockets always work. So that's, you know, we can't really look into the future. But for me, shorting, you got to have some kind of entry point, I would never just short because we start to dump. We need to dump and then get some kind of back test, right? We need to dump and then get some kind of back test going on here. That's what we would have to do. Shout out to everybody on the live stream right now. We got about 1,300 people in here, about 900 likes. Wonder if we can get 1,000 likes. How do you close with a limit order on ByBit? It's very simple. So on ByBit, to close with a limit order, what you do is you come over here to close by, and you, well, I guess you can't see it because my face is in the way. Hang on. Let's see if we can fix this. You come over here to close by and click limit, and then you click the price that you want. In this case, $47,000. And we're going to close. Wow. I'd make 23K on that. We'll close 25% at 47K and just click confirm. And boom, you have just now set a limit order that will close out your trade at 47K. And guys, now we have to hit 47K. Let's see if we can hit 47K today. That would be absolutely insane, guys. Shout out to Sammy Ben Sadak. What's going on, man? You've been losing a ton because of market close for stop loss. Yeah, so what you can do for that is calculate that fee and then subtract that from your position size, right? Or add that to your, make it so that including the fee, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Lauren. She's hoping for 27,180, then a rejection, and the bearish divergence on the 4-hour could play out from there. Should we play the pump song, guys? We might have to play the pump song. Shout out to Sherry R. God bless you. Should have clicked post only. Yeah, you gotta click. Also, clicking post only is good if you don't want that to become a market order, right? If you don't want that to become a market order. Yeah, if you don't want that to become a market order, then you gotta click post only, guys. What kind of high am I looking for on this bull run? I'm looking for at least 100K. I'm looking for at least 100K. I know some people say we're not going to hit 100K. I'm looking for at least 100K on this bull run. That's what I'm looking for. What is happening locally here? Let's check it out. Do we have any kind of divergences? Let's go to our 1-minute time frame and see what is happening with the price action. I mean, honestly, this might be a little bit bullish here. It looks a little bit bullish here. Let's see what happens here. We know our zone, our box of support that we're looking at locally. Is this right here? Do I have a discount code for Market Cipher? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's use the coupon code Juicy Cheeks. Juicy Cheeks. Yeah, MEXC is a good exchange as well. Fees are nice. Shout out to GMI Kel, who's long from 21,200. Gonna TP at 47K. Nice. Yeah, I'm actually also in another position on MEXC that I have not taken any profits from around, not this exact low, but I did get in around 20,000.1. I'm in a swing trade, 20,000.1, 3 Bitcoin on the trade, and I have not taken profits on it. So I'm really hoping that that could be an epic swing trade. Do I think we're going to 100K on this run? Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do, Justin. But here's the thing. I'm talking in the next 2 years. I'm talking a 2025 top. Shout out to Kirchmayer. He says IBM's second largest technology corporation name in the world has launched the artificial intelligence token called ByBit. Is it a hidden gem? Well, I can't know that at all, but what I can say is anything AI related seems to pump like crazy, right? GPT, every time I turn around, I'm getting a notification from ByBit that GPT's up like 900% or something. It's exaggeration. But, all right. Dang, we're 1 like away from 1,000 likes, and unfortunately we didn't get to our... We didn't do it within our time limit. Dang. Well, we'll have to do a giveaway another time. We'll have to do it another time. What leverage on swing? Well, I'm typically Kevin. I'm approaching all my trades as scalp trades. Like pretty much all my swing trades start out as scalp trades. Like this swing trade here was a complete scalp from the bottom, right? And then I added to it once we broke a certain level. But I did not think this was going to pump like crazy, right? So I approached it as a scalp, and it was not 100x leverage. I did this on a previous stream to show people that leverage is completely meaningless. It like doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. Like leverage literally means nothing. If you're already in a position, right? It only affects your liquidation price. It doesn't affect anything else. It doesn't affect how much you're risking per trade. It only affects your liquidation price, right? So if you're responsibly risking 1% of your account, leverage means nothing. So if I'm in a swing trade and if I have a ninja entry, I might take that with 65x leverage, right? I might. Why not? Why not? If I know the invalidation for my entry, why not? There's no reason for me not to use higher leverage. I have 6 accounts that I'm trading with. I'm not going to keep a whole bunch of capital on each account. That's foolish, right? So if I'm swing trading, I might use 30x, you know, if I need a bigger stop loss, or I might use 60x if I need a small stop loss. So it doesn't even matter. Like the amount you put on the trade isn't even going to change, right? It's not going to change. If you are using, typically if you're using lower leverage, you're going to put less on the trade, but it's not because you're using lower leverage. If you're using lower leverage, the reason you're putting less on a trade is because you have to risk more, right? If I'm in 2 long trades, let's say, and one long trade needs a stop loss of 6%, right? And the other long trade needs a stop loss of 0.6%, right? What just happened here? Bitcoin, is Bitcoin pumping or dumping? Oh my goodness. Okay, we're coming down to our zone of support here, guys. This is make it or break it. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what's happening as we come down to this box. This is the value area low of the range, guys. The value area low of the local range. Let's see if this holds its support. Look at this value area low of the range, Fibonacci golden pocket. Let's see what happens. This is make it or break it on this box, guys. This is make it or break it on this box right now. I'm getting a little bit nervous, man. I'm getting a little bit concerned. Oh, man. This is support. This is local support. This is either going to bounce us to 30K or we're going to dump all the way down. Longs are absolutely wrecked right now. We can see a massive, massive decrease of open interest here. Long trades are wrecked. Everybody who longed in this entire area is now out of their trade. Everybody who's been long from this point right here is now out of their trade. And we can see this because the open interest is getting lower. So let's pull out a fib now. Let's see because we know that we're coming down to a key zone of support. Maybe we'll see actually some kind of bullish absorption down here. Let's check it out. As we come down to this box, we're going to be looking at the order flow chart to see, are we going to get absorption here, or are we going to make a lower low? If we make a lower low, oh man, all my hopes and dreams of 30K are gone. So we're coming down to the golden pocket. Look at this, 618 is giving us immediately a reaction from the 618. These levels are no joke, guys. These levels are no joke. Even if we don't get a major bounce from a level, you can pretty much always rest assured that golden pockets are going to give you some kind of reaction, right? Look at this, right? It's no coincidence that we're bouncing right from the 618 Fibonacci level, right? Because although the 618 Fib level did reject me, she will, because I'm in the friend zone, she will be there for support, a shoulder to cry on. Okay, we're coming down lower. It looks like 618 is not rejecting our romantic inquiry. She's allowing us inside the box. And, oh my goodness, look at that. Right to the 786 Fib level, guys. Right to the 786 Fib level. Boom, baby. Look at that. Right to the 786 Fib level. Massive amounts of longs absolutely liquidated at the 786 Fibonacci level. And once again, we are getting a reaction at the 786 Fibonacci. That is how it works, man. Look at that. You got a small reaction from the 618. Pretty decent reaction from the 786. Bouncing right from the box. Is this going to be the bounce that takes us to 100K? Let's see, baby. Look at this, man. Right in the box, getting a bounce. Let's see how this plays out. It's not looking too bullish on Market Cipher, to be honest with you guys. It's not. Let's check out the 12-minute time frame here. Let's see what we got going on the 12-minute. Do we have anything bullish? Trigger waves? I don't know. We need to come back inside the value area low of the range right now. If we can come back inside the value area low of the range, we are going straight to our bullish target. Right now, we need to claim this white line. We're getting a bounce from our box. 786 Fibonacci, guys, that is the way to go. We need to reclaim 26424. Come on, 26424. Come on, baby. Jason Casper needs a new pair of shoes over here. We're trying to long. We're trying to hit our 30K target. And guys, I'm saying, look, if the leverage, all the position size is basically going to change depending on how much you're risking. You should be risking the same for every trade, regardless of if your trade is a 1% stop loss or even like a, let's say, a 0.5% stop loss, right? Both of these potential trade setups right here, you should be risking the same amount, okay? You should be risking the same exact amount. What that means is you're going to have to put less on this trade. Why? Because price can go down 6% before your trade idea is wrong, and you should only be risking 1%. That means you have to put a very small amount on that trade. And whatever you're risking on the trade, you know, you should only be risking 1% of your potential account. Now, in this case, we're still risking 1%, but we only need a 0.5% stop loss. What does that mean? It means we could put literally double the amount of money that we actually have in our account on the trade, and if we get stopped out, we're still only risking 1%. Now, the reason why we would use lower leverage in this trade here is because in order for price to go down 6%, if we're using 60x leverage, right, we're going to be out of the trade. We're going to be liquidated at a 6% drop. But if we need a 0.5% stop, I could technically use 100x and not have to worry about getting liquidated because my stop loss comes before liquidation price, right? Now, I would never recommend doing that because of slippage and crazy stuff, but my point is leverage doesn't matter, right? What matters is the position size based upon your stop loss, so that no matter what happens for every trade, you're only risking, I like to say, 1% of the account. That's a good rule. 0.5 to 1% is pretty much what I risk. 3% if I'm feeling very, very confident in a swing trade setup and I need a looser stop loss, I might risk 3% of my account and say, you know what, this is a good opportunity. It's a swing trade. I'm going to risk 3% on this trade, right? But leverage doesn't really mean anything. It just affects your liquidation price. If I was using 1x leverage on both of these trades, right? Let's say I was using 1x leverage on both of these trades, they would both be essentially, what the heck is going on here? What the heck is even going on? I don't know what's going on. If I was using 1x leverage on both of those trades, my position size would be very different for both trades, right? It would be very, very different. It would have to be. All right. All right, what's happening right now? Let's see what's going on back with Bitcoin. Okay, so look at this. Oh my goodness, guys, this is not good. So we came down, we bounced right from the 786 Fibonacci, but look at this. We came back and bearish backtest of the value area low of the range. Okay, so I mean, this is not financial advice, but somebody's asking about shorting. I mean, look, this is the kind of stuff you would want to look for, right? Support resistance flip. Now, I'm not saying to do this. I'm just giving an example of if we're getting a move down, where would you look to take a short? You would look to take a short, not as price is dumping, but as price is getting a bounce and then back testing important what used to be support as resistance. This is a support resistance flip. These are places where we would look for a trade. And in this instance, you could use very high leverage on the trade because your idea is that we're back testing what used to be support as resistance, which means price only needs to go up about 0.09% before you're wrong with your idea that we're back testing resistance. And so basically, you could use very high leverage here, extremely high leverage, and not have to worry about getting liquidated because your stop loss is up here. You don't have to worry about liquidation with a 0.09% stop loss, right? You could be risking half of your account on the trade or even less and still be making a juicy profit on a short trade like this, right? Now, I do have to say, based on the 1 minute money flow, it looks like, unfortunately, we might come down a little bit lower. And I only take trades if I have planned them out at least 10 minutes in advance. That's like a good rule of thumb. Don't just come to a chart and start longing and shorting. You need to have a clear plan in advance to say, look, this is why I want to take a trade here. This is what I would look for if I was going to take a trade here. What I did right now is I'm just looking in the moment and saying, look, this is a good example for teaching purposes. This could be a good trade, but I haven't actually looked through everything to determine if this is actually a good trade, right? I haven't looked at my other indications and stuff. So please, I'm not giving signals. I'm just trying to show you guys, like, somebody asked me, where would you look for a short if we were dumping? It would be something like this, guys. It would be something like this, where we have a clearly defined level that we can use as a clear entry point with a clearly defined stop loss. You know, that's what we would look for. So let's see what happens here, guys. Are we going to dump or are we going to pump? I don't know. I'm kind of hoping we pump. You know, I want to hit 30K. We still have not put in a lower low, so it's nothing too crazy here, right? We have still not put in a lower low than we did earlier this morning. So, you know, let's take a look at what's happening here. I'm hoping we do find support here, guys. This is local support, right? This is local support. And it looks like we're starting to get a little bit of a move up here. Looks like we might be holding this support here. Let's see what's going to happen here. Let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, we did bounce from the 786. And let's see. We need to reclaim 26,424. 26,424. If we can trade above that level now. Put in a higher high, back test this, then I will start to get bullish as we bounce from our box, our 786 Fibonacci. Let's check out the order flow chart. What is happening here? Do we see any bullish absorption happening? No, we do not see any bullish absorption. We are seeing a lot of longs starting to open up right here. Shout out to, oh man, Crypto Lifer with the generous super chat. Bro, thank you so much for the $100 super chat. Shout out to Crypto Lifer, man. God bless you so much, bro. May the Lord bless you, man. Everybody, if you're not already subscribed to Crypto Lifer, please go subscribe to his channel. And yeah, check him out, man. I know that he is one of the best technical analysis YouTubers out there. He has a private group in which he gives very accurate technical analysis for multiple assets. If you watch one of his live streams, it's not like my live stream where we spend 3 hours looking at Bitcoin. He will go over more assets in one live stream than most YouTubers will ever go over in like a year. I'm not even joking. So go check him out. Go subscribe. Go like all his videos. Also, he dresses well. Looks very professional. The opposite of the way I dress. So shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. A great guy. The chat loves you, bro. Everyone loves Crypto Lifer. Everyone loves you, Sam. Everyone's going crazy for you. Hexodl says, if Jesus was to get into crypto, which one would it be? That's a good question. I'll have to get back to you. I'll have to get back to you on that one. All right, so what are we seeing right here? We are seeing open interest increase, Traders are opening up. They are putting up their capital for risk right now. And it's unfortunate, guys, that ExoCharts is not loading for me. It's very unfortunate. I do have it on my iPad here. I'm going to have to fix this. I don't know what it is. I think it might be something with my browser. Okay, so what are we seeing? People are opening up trades. We do have some shorts opening up here. We do have some shorts opening up here. Okay, look at this. So yeah, this was the low from the 786. Would you look at that? Massive decrease in open interest, longs and shorts closing out. That's why we got the little reversal. And now, unfortunately, guys, it looks like we are building up some bearish CVD divergences here. We are seeing longs opening up, increase of open interest. Primarily, longs are opening up, and price is unable to make a higher high. So right now, again, the key level is not only based on the value area of the range, but just based on the fact that longs right now are opening up and are currently underwater, being absorbed, possibly absorbed. We need to reclaim right now this very, very key level of 26,424. If we can reclaim 26,424, it very well may be that the longs are back in control. But if we can't reclaim that, what appears to be happening here is we have some bigger players that are absorbing people who are buying the dip, right? AKA whales. AKA whales. Okay, so this is the last hope. Well, it's not the last hope. This is a key level. If we lose this level, I am looking to the downside for my next major zone of support, which is going to be this. Okay, my next major zone of support is going to be 25,321. 25,321. I do have at 25,321 a limit order set on my long trade. Let's check it out. 25,321 is right here. Let's check out our orders. I have a limit order set 25,236. It's a little bit different on USDT pair. I have a limit order for the scalp trade from yesterday. Okay, this is the scalp trade from yesterday in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. And man, what a juicy scalp trade. Didn't think it was going to turn out like this. I thought it was going to get stopped out of my entry. I longed this. I mean, look at this, guys, right? I longed this wick right here. I thought we were going to get stopped out multiple times. Never did. Massive pump. Woke up in juicy profits. What started out as a scalp has turned into maybe a swing trade. But as you can see, I have a limit order stacked here because this is an important support resistance flip. And I was thinking maybe New York was going to dump us down this morning. But look at this market structure, right? Right here. These lows are kind of begging to get taken out, right? There's no real market structure here. There's lots of liquidity to be snagged here. We could do something like this, come down and bounce from that support resistance flip. That is kind of what I'm looking to do right now. And, you know, I might even... if we lose this, if we put in a lower low, I'm going to take some profits, some more profits off the table here, guys. Because it is the weekend. I don't trade on Shabbat, right? I don't trade on Saturdays. I don't really trade on Sundays, so if we lose this lower low, I'm just gonna close out part of the trade. But look, I've got my Testiclites out in the open right here, guys. I'm balls to the wall, limit long right here, because if we're gonna bounce, it's gonna be from here, right? If we're gonna bounce, we're gonna grab this liquidity, we're gonna come back down to the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement. Confluence with the value area high of this range, right? We're gonna bounce from there. That's what I'm looking at, man. I've got the balls to the wall right here. So let's see what happens. All right, we're gonna come back to our chart over here, and we're gonna set some alerts. We're gonna set some alerts, man. Let's set some alerts. WaveBrain999 says maybe Jesus would give us a real stable coin. Well, we'd definitely be using gold and silver, guys. That's biblical money, right? In Hebrew, the word for money is kesef, which just means silver, right? So, biblical money is constitutional money. All right, we need to set some alerts here. If we make a lower low, I'm going to be taking some profits from my long. All right, if we make a lower low, I'm going to be taking profits from the long trade. We do have to recognize the fact that we are holding support, guys. Remember, the green box that we drew on our chart is holding as support. Technical analysis works, man. Technical analysis absolutely works. That's what's so great about it. Even if you're wrong, you can still sometimes be right. If you had scalped this 786 right here, that could have been a nice move. I mean, you know, a 0.5% move is a nice scalp trade, right? It literally is a nice scalp trade. The majority of the trades I take only give like 0.5% move. And if you're taking a few of those every day, you could do pretty dang well, right? don't always be holding out for those big moves. What you need to do is you need to take a trade. You need to lock in profit early. You need to don't let a winner close as a loser. And then if it runs, it runs, man. If it runs, it runs. You know, that's how we got to approach right now. I don't know. I'm hoping this long. Come on, Bitcoin. We need a pump right now. We need a pump. I'm begging you, Bitcoin. Where are the whales out here? Whales, we need some manipulation to the upside. We need some whale manipulation. We need another bank to go under. We need another bank to go under. We need JP Morgan to go under. Who's the guy? Who's the guy who tweeted about or endorsed Silicon Valley Bank like the day before it went under? What's that guy's name? You guys know who I'm talking about in the chat? He just recently said that JP Morgan is a fortress that will never go under. What's going on, Brando? What is going on? All right, if JP Morgan goes under, people are going to be FOMOing into Bitcoin. We need a little JP Morgan going under here, guys, to get to our 30K target, our 30K target. Yeah, gold and silver. That's the way to go, J-Boy Bullish. I'm a big proponent of gold and silver. Like I'm of having the physical metal, right? You know, you got to diversify. You got to diversify. Gold and silver, that's real money. Crypto is the next best thing, in my opinion, that you can get that digitally. Shout out to Jimmy J. Jim Cramer. Yeah, Jim Cramer. Thank you. Jim Cramer says that JP Morgan is a fortress. And so, therefore, JP Morgan might be in trouble, guys. Thank you, guys. You guys are the best. All right, we got a 4-hour red dot. Brendan Shoemaker. I never heard this expression before. Kramer can smoke my natch. Nice, bro. Nice. Okay. All right, let's see what is going on. We'll check this out again, guys. Okay. So we put in our low. Things are looking good now that the screen is frozen here. 26,380. We've come down a little bit from here. Let's see what's happening. All right. Okay. We might do it, guys. We might claim our key level. What are we waiting for? We are waiting for this white line of 26,424 to be reclaimed. And once we can reclaim that, there's a really good chance we make our way back up to the high at 26,700, right? If we lose the box, that is not good. If we lose the box, I will be looking down toward, if we take this lower low, I'm going to be taking profits from one of my long positions. But it looks like we might be able to do it, guys. It looks like we might be able to do it. Shout out to Sleepy Cat. Tom McDonald released a new song today and mentions crypto. Don't know who that is, but that's cool. A new trade. I'm not in a new trade, Karen. The newest trade I'm in is from this morning. Newest trade I'm in is from this morning. All right, here we go, baby. Looks like the corn wants to hold the support. Here we go. Come on, 1 minute candle. Come on, 1 minute market Cipher B. Come on. It looks like we could do it. Consolidation. Come on, we need to reclaim the white level. Come on, come on, come on, come on, Bitcoin. Let's, yes, yes, yes! We're pumping, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. Straight to 30K, straight to 100K. Let me see a blue candle, baby. Come on. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Is Bitcoin halal? I don't know, man. You're going to have to ask a Muslim. Okay, Sleepy Cat says yes, it is. There you go. Epidemic says 11-day K incoming. What is that? I don't know what that is. 11-day K? All right, all right, all right. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Bitcoin. Oh, no. All right, let's see what's happening on the order flow chart. Why did we get such a dump? Did we have any kind of bearish divergences on that one? Did we? No. No, we did not. We did not have bearish divergences on that one, guys. We did not. No bearish divergences. All right, let's see if we can't pump Bitcoin. Let's see if we can't do it. All right. We're going to try and pump the Bitcoin price right now, guys. All right. We're going to try and do it here. This is the pump song. For anybody new, the pump song, all right, pumps the Bitcoin price every time, without doubt, without fail. It pumps the Bitcoin price. Here we go, baby. Here we go. We're going to pump the Bitcoin price. Here we go. It works every single time. We got to get stoked on it. All right, this is the pump song. It pumps the Bitcoin price every single time, but I need you guys to participate with me. If you know it, you're going to have to sing along. Are we going to pump? Are we going to dump? No, we're going to pump. We going to dump? No, we're going to pump. Let's go. Let's go! Here we go. Let's pump this price. We gonna dump? No, we gonna pump. Let's go. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. Yeah. Oh no, come on. No purple candles during the pump song. Alright, this is it. I think we're actually going to pump because we have some shorts opening up. They might get squeezed. Here we go. We're going to dump. No, we're going to pump. We're going to dump. No, we're going to pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. Yeah. See, it's working, guys. This is pumping the Bitcoin price straight to 100K. Let me see a blue candle. Are we gonna hit our take profits? We're bouncing right from the box of support that we have on our chart right here. Shout out to Big Butts 28. She's cheering us on. Big Butts 28 is stoked right now on this Bitcoin price action. That's right, babe. I'm gonna buy you a new pair of shoes. Oh my goodness. I can't believe what just happened. I'm embarrassed. Look at this pump, baby. Let's go. All right, this is it, guys. This is it. We're pumping. Come on. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby. Let's go. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, we're pumping Bitcoin, baby, we're pumping Bitcoin, baby. All right, would you look at that, guys? That is amazing. Sheesh, that is crazy, man. Oh man, another song. What is going on right now? Here we go. We're gonna pump the Bitcoin straight to 100K, baby. Straight to 100K. Let me see a blue candle. We're gonna pump the Bitcoin straight to 100K. Let me see a blue candle. We're gonna pump the Bitcoin straight to 100K. Let me see a blue candle. Pump the Bitcoin straight to 100K. Let me see a blue candle. big, let me see a blue candle. Oh no, wake up, big, let me see a blue candle. Now we're going straight to the moon. Now we're going straight to the moon. Yeah. Here we go. We're pumping it straight to 100K, baby. Let's do it right now. Let's pump this Bitcoin. We're going straight up to 100K. 100K. We're pumping Bitcoin. We're going straight up to 100K. 100K. We're gonna pump the Bitcoin straight to 100K. Let me see a blue candle. Pump the Bitcoin straight to 100K. Let me see a blue candle. Yeah, look at this. Let me see a blue candle. Yeah, let me see a blue candle. Shout out to Carl from the moon, baby. We're long in the breakout over on ByBit, baby. Make sure to use my affiliate link over on ByBit. Here we go, right into the breakdown. All right, just a 1 minute red dot, no reason to be concerned. Here we go. Let's put the Bitcoin round straight up to 100K right now. 1 minute money flow cross, baby. Here we go. To 100K. We're pumping Bitcoin. We're going straight up to 100K. 100K. Here we go, baby. We're pumping the Bitcoin price straight up to $30,000. We're about to hit our take profit 3 on this trade, baby. All right, guys, it works every single time. What's the instrumental? That instrumental is an Jason Casper original. It was supposed to be on an EP that my friend Scott and myself were working on, guys. But we never finished recording the EP. We never finished. Right. Shout out to Surface 9 in the chat. Shout out to YouTube in the chat. Shout out to Tommy Two Guns in the chat. All right, guys. Well, this Bitcoin price is doing pretty juicy right now. It's doing pretty good. We're running into some consolidation to be expected. Look at this, guys. The dang box of support. The dang box of support. Don't mess with the boxes of support on the chart, right? All right. Guys, it's a weekend. Make sure if you are in a trade that you take some dang profits. Take some dang profits. Shout out to Techie Mecky. If you're in a trade, guys, make sure to take some profits. Make sure to move that stop loss to the entry. Okay? And, what else do we have to say here? Sorry, Blakey. I stopped before you hit your TP1. So, here's the thing, guys. I have to head out. I've got some work to do. May the Lord bless you all in Jesus' name. I pray everybody is blessed in many ways. Guys, remember to take some time off the charts. Spend time with family. Spend time with the Lord. Spend time with your friends. The important things in life, right? That is what the weekends are for. We can come back to the charts on Sunday, on Monday. Also, guys, make sure it's so important during these times to be doing everything you can do to be as self-sufficient as possible. If you can grow any kind of your own food, you should start doing it. If you can raise any kind of your own animals, you should start doing it. The reason why we are into crypto is because we enjoy freedom, and part of being free is being self-sufficient in as many ways as you possibly can. Because if you are reliant on anybody for anything that you need for your life, you are a slave to that person, right? And that's not what we want to be. So I'm going to head out, guys. May the Lord bless you. May He protect you. May He shine light upon you. May He have grace upon you. May the Lord turn His face towards you. May He give you wholeness and peace in the name of Jesus the Messiah. And I'll see everybody in the next stream. Peace, y'all.